Jeffrey and Jackie are over this morning to get some supplies and get set up. We're going back over to their place to do several projects over there. We have to swap out the equipment, take off the hay spear, put on the hay forks. So we'll get stuff moved around, then we'll head back over there. It's nice and easy to switch equipment on the loader, the front loader of the tractor. It's just an easy on-off. So we took off the hay spear. Now he's going to come over here and put on the hay forks, and those red bars are extensions that we put in front, so we've got longer reach when we're moving the hay feeders. He just gets it lined up. That bar comes up underneath those hooks, lifts it up, brings the bottom up, and then the lever flips over once he raises it high enough. Yeah, a lot of big noise. With the forks, Jeffrey picked up part of a hay bale that was loose in the barn. We are now heading over to their place. We need to fill up the hay feeder in the young ram pen and give some hay to the goats. The extra hay will go in the shed. With a partial bale like this that is not wrapped up, we will tend to lose some of it as it falls away from the forks, but most of it will arrive. Jeffrey has to stop to open a cattle panel gate as we go from the lone pine field into the 60 acres. Jackie is following behind in the gator, bringing some tools and supplies for the projects that we're going to do today. This is what we call the 60 acres. This portion of it Jeffrey's got cleaned off, and we got ryegrass planted on it this year. Mixture of ryegrass, and he put some radish out there. That's what the yellow flowers are, or the white flowers. Yellow flowers in the background. Maybe that's some mustard, yes. Now here we are at the top of the hill. Jackie's opening the gate. Top of the hill above Jeffrey and Jackie's place. So we're gonna head down in there and get to work. And here comes Jeffrey with the tractor. Jackie's going to get the gate, so I better hurry up and get on through.
We're here in with the ram lambs. These guys are 3 to 6 months old, and they're still growing, so we're feeding them. They also have lots of ryegrass to eat, as you can see here, but ryegrass is mostly water, so we still put out hay for them as supplemental roughage to balance their ration. They still like to eat hay, so we brought a hay bale over, and we're going to put some hay bale out for these guys in this hay feeder we've got, and we'll also put some out to the goats in a little bit. We usually feed square bales in these kind of situations, but we've run out of square bales, so we're manually feeding off of a loose round bale. It's not too bad.
This is the same kind of feeder that we've got in the holding pens. This is a prototype for the feeder that we put in those holding pens. Initially, it was going to be, and we did use it this way for a while. They've got wheels on them. We towed them around for a while. The wheels that I made on the other ones weren't out of treated wood, and they rotted away and never got them replaced. So they're permanently mounted. And I don't know if this is still mobile or not.
Yes, this one's still mobile. We have it attached to a tree so it can't blow over in the wind, but we do move it around from time to time. And back 8 years ago when we were using the larger ones more heavily, we did move them around, and we were feeding mostly square bales at that time. We didn't have a round baler. So we fed out like 2,000 square bales each winter in those guys. But they work pretty good. They're good size for sheep, and this was a good size for lambs, and keeps them going for a bit.
And so that looks pretty full. I guess, what do we got? We're gonna try to stuff some more in. Yes, I guess we're gonna try to stuff some more in.
Okay, that's probably good.
We're over at the shed where we are going to put the core of the hay bale. But first, the bundles of net fence need to be removed to make space. All the net fence is loaded into the gator. That ram is going to get moved up to the breeding flock. All right, here comes the hay bale. So usually these cores are pretty solid and hard to deal with, but
Yes.
so it'll be good to get this moved in here where Jackie can have access to some free hay for bedding and other things. And let's see, yeah, twist this over, you're running your electric out of the way. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it just barely
fits.
fits.
So. All right, so we'll wiggle it in and it'll be in good shape. Much preferable to have square bales, but we ran out of those, like Jeffrey said, so this works. All right, so this is going over to the goats. Since the loose hay fell through the forks, we are going to have to use the wheelbarrow to get this hay over to the goats. I'm surprised that's all fitting in that wheelbarrow.
Right?
Yeah, that's probably enough for goats. We'll just put this back in the...
This will go back in the shed here.
Yeah. Cats like to lay in it too.
All right, so we're off to see the goats now. I hear a goat.
seconds.
Jackie, what kind of goats are these?
They are Nigerian dwarfs.
Nigerian dwarfs. Huh.
So Lizzie is Nigerian. Yeah. She is mostly, I want to say she's 3/4 Nigerian and 1/4 pygmy.
Oh. So it's sort of a mixture.
Yeah.
So Jeffrey's out there loading the hay into the goat feeder out there. And on to the next project. We are going to move the senior rams and a horse named Clue to a new area. So here we are heading out to the Coast Electric field. There are east and west pasture areas, and we are going to move the dogs, rams, and horse to the west pasture. I am driving along in my quiet electric buggy. All the tractor noise you hear in the background is being picked up by Jeffrey's microphone. Joy got me a new setup for my phone. 2 microphone transmitters, one that I wear and one that Jeffrey wears, send sound to a receiver that plugs into my phone. There is a noise cancellation feature that I thought was on, but wasn't. So when Jeffrey is running the tractor, all that noise overwhelms any dialogue from Jackie or me. It also looks like there is no way to separate the 2 sound channels. I am learning. This is Rosie with hair and Mufasa, who just got a haircut. So while Jeffrey is running the tractor, I will overdub the dialogue, and we'll get this stuff figured out in future videos. Jackie gets control of the dogs so Jeffrey can bring the tractor in. While I'm taking video of Jeffrey moving the hay feeder off, Rosie and Mufasa are investigating the remaining hay. They find a mother mouse with triplets attached. Jackie goes to rescue the mouse clan, and I don't pick up on the process until I find her over at the gate post trying to get them out of the area. Mama mouse is a couple, 2 to 3?
3 babies.
So we're getting them out of the area.
The mouse triplets are hanging on firm to the mother mouse, and as Jackie carries the mice off to a brush pile, she only gets a few small bites from the mom.
All right, we're back in the middle part of the Coast Electric field. Jeffrey's already moved the hay feeder over. We got sidetracked with the mouse and the babies. So we're back on schedule here. So that's the western side of the Coast Electric field. We've got some ryegrass out here. Now Jeffrey has to go back and get the a horse panel that we're going to put up here to hold Clue's feed, and bring a feeder over for the sheep.
So here they all come. Jeffrey has the horse panel and 2 sheep troughs on the forks in front of the tractor, and the mineral feeder is sitting on the rotary cutter behind the tractor. Behind Jeffrey, Jackie is leading Clue and the rams, while Mufasa and Rosie roam about.
Okay, so this is going to be their new feeding spot. For whatever reason, they like to camp out on the eastern side of these particular fields. So they always are here. So it doesn't make sense to make them go over there to eat. They go over there to eat ryegrass, but they always want to sit here. I don't know. But we got their troughs. We'll put out to feed the rams, and then we hang Clue's feed bucket on this horse panel.
Jeffrey puts out the mineral feeder.
Yeah, so these smaller salt feeders work well for a smaller number of sheep, and the big heavy duty ones work well for a larger number of sheep. All right, and that's pretty much it. They're moved over to this new spot.
So the horse feeder goes on top on the horse panel there, I guess.
Yes. So yeah, it just hangs. I'll have it hang over here. Hangs there. That way the rams can't knock it over and get into the horse's food. And if it rains, we can dump out the water like that.
So that's the end of this video. Catch us next time for a continuation of today's projects. Thanks for watching Longleaf Sheep Hill Ranch.